You know who cares right now? The city of Los Angeles. They have new kings in the city of Los Angeles, and I'm not talking about the L.A. Kings. No. I'm talking about the L.A. Clippers, Brady Quinn. They have done it. They have stormed back in their opening round series against the powerhouse Dallas Mavericks, who have Luka and then some other guys. And then the L.A. Clippers have done it. They win Game 6. They take care of home court for the first time in the series. They win Game 7 at Staples Center, and the L.A. Clippers have done it. They have now become the team still playing in L.A. after the departure of the Los Angeles Lakers. Here's the great thing, though. Kawhi Leonard is such a good dude. Such a good dude. He actually took time after his Game 7 win for the Clippers to talk about his thoughts on the 2021 season for the Los Angeles Lakers.
You smell that? Smells like someone died.
I mean, that is out of line. Now, here's the thing. I did not know that he was so callous that Kawhi Leonard, that he would take a shot at the Lakers. Can you imagine? Like, he'd just take a shot at the Lakers organization like that. How could he do that?
I don't know. He did it, though. That was him. That sounded just like him.
Unbelievable. But look, here's who I feel really good for a couple of people. All right. This is who I feel good for. First and foremost, Ben Maller. Ben Maller, yep. Fox Sports Radio host. Yep. He's a Clipper fan. He's been bullied not only by the entire city of Los Angeles, but Ben Maller has been bullied by the country because he is a radio legend, and also been bullied by his staff. His staff, many members of which are currently doing the show, who constantly are rooting against the Clippers because Ben is such a Clipper fan. So I feel great for Ben Maller. Adam Osland, who does Clippers pre- and post-game for our great affiliate, AM 570 LA Sports.
Who?
He's a good dude. He's been through the grind. He's been with this team for a long time, and he's dealt with all this, and he does a great job. And then Marcellus Wiley, who carries the Clippers flag constantly on Fox Sports 1 and has to wear it as well on social media. I feel good for all of them because they've had to deal with this for years and years, and now they get a little bit of revenge, and it's their team moving on to the postseason and the Lakers going home. I think they've earned it.
They have, and I think the next step now is them trying to make their way to the NBA Finals.
Oh, that ain't happening.
I mean, we'll see.
Away.
You never know how this could spark them. How maybe it could kind of turn some of the momentum there in LA. I still obviously LA will always be a Lakers town, but you never know. You never know if it turns some of the momentum for them moving forward. I'm happy for Kawhi. Just because I feel like, being on the Clippers, you're obviously living in the shadow of the LA Lakers. But this is an opportunity where you're going to have the stage to yourself for the remainder of the playoffs. The narrative is Kawhi kind of that next big guy name, best player in the NBA after he won in Toronto. That died. I mean, literally, it died since then. Since that NBA Finals, it has been dead. Now there's kind of that opportunity for it maybe to come back. I just think the hard thing is when you look at their team, they're going to have to play collectively, and he's going to have to play consistently like he did in Game 6. Like, that's what it's probably going to take to go through the rest of the Western Conference.
It's they're a weird team, man, because you look at them and they've got legit players, they've got a couple of stars, they've got really good role players, and for whatever reason, they just make it so difficult on themselves to where you watch it and you go, why is it this hard? Like when they play, when they're good, they're really good, and they were even making the point during the broadcast yesterday where they said, look, they've got, like, this is a championship roster, they can win a championship with the talent they got. But, last year in the bubble, they melted down. You had guys leaving to go get wings at a strip club, right. which I'm not even
Which
upset
was more about the wings in the strip club. Let's be real.
Look,
okay? You'll go find good wings anywhere. It doesn't matter who's serving them,
Agreed. But here's the thing. I'm not even upset that he took off in the middle of a pandemic to go to a strip club. I'm upset that he got lemon pepper instead of like mango habanero or something with a little bit of bite to it. I mean, if you're going to commit to wings in the middle of a pandemic and you're going to break protocol and leave the bubble and you're going to a strip club to boot, at least get a decent flavor, because lemon pepper is easily the most overrated wing flavor on planet Earth, and it's not even close.
Yeah, I'm not even going to chime in on that. I was just thinking, though, you know how you can either call in, take out sometimes, or you can go and order at the bar and wait?
Absolutely, yeah.
That's the move in that strategy. Like, if you're going to order wings from a strip club, you're not calling it in to run in and pick it up, regardless of how good they are.
Yeah.
You're going to stay there for a couple of free songs, probably. Like, that's how that's going to work out.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of, DoorDash orders at a strip club. It's like...
Could you imagine the line of cars for DoorDash or Uber Eats? Just wait. They're all lined up. They're like, what's the problem here?
I know.
Well, everyone's... we ordered our Uber Eats 3 hours ago. Like, where are our wings?
It's like, what's going? Why is the food cold? Don't worry about it.
How many drivers would just sit there and start eating the wings while they're like acting like they're bringing you their food?
It's like, hey, why do all the? Never mind. I'm going to make that joke. Realize we're not on Sunday nights. All right. So, but again, the LA Clippers get it done. Kawhi Leonard is moving, and he does have an opportunity if they make a deep run, which I'm skeptical of based on everything that they've given us, all the evidence the Clippers have given us. If they make a deep run, and if Kawhi Leonard were able to win a title, the fact that he brought a title to the Raptors and the Clippers, I'm not saying it puts him in all-time great status, but that is a hell of an accomplishment. Like, you know this for a fact. The first coach or first star player that wins a Super Bowl in Cleveland, Brady, it's at another level. Like you will be revered. Like anybody on the Cubs 2016 team, they're never paying for a single drink. The Eagles Super Bowl team, they're never paying for anything. Nick Foles will never pay for a single thing in that city. If Kawhi Leonard can get it done for the Clippers, I'm telling you, they'll have a statue up. And what's great about the Kawhi Leonard statue, it'll talk as much as the actual person. So that's what's great, is that it's more real life.
It'll be a talking statue.
Yeah,
I mean, you can call it that, even though it doesn't need to. Right?
It's more realistic.
It'll be one of those new ones. Yeah. It could be a hologram.
Yeah, it's really
talking
great.
hologram.
Yeah, it's really great. By the way, those aren't creepy or anything. When you go to a concert and all of a sudden they've got like Tupac and Michael Jackson and they're on stage in a hologram, that's just the weirdest thing in the world.
Haven't witnessed that, so I can't chime in on that. Can we talk about the other side of this conversation, though, on the Lakers? Because I know it's old news. They're out. They're moving on. A lot of their fans were taken out in a wambulance on the way. But the reality is this. It's getting to be more to the point, like, you've got to have like almost like a big three. Like, if you're looking at the NBA playoffs right now and how it looks, would you not say it's the Brooklyn Nets with the best chance of winning this thing? And I know Harden's out. He's got the hamstring injury and all that. But would you not say that like that's pretty much the formula for success anymore? At least sustained success. Yeah,
I mean, it feels like that. Although I don't know, man. Brooklyn just doesn't play defense sometimes. Like they refuse to play defense, and maybe it's just this flip of the switch mentality, which I can't stand. Maybe that's where we're at. I don't know. And that's the thing. I think we talked about, if the Lakers get eliminated, like who do we think is actually a legitimate title contender? Because I do think Brooklyn right now is clear-cut the best team in the Eastern Conference. I have no idea what's going to happen out West. Like, I really don't. Like, I don't know if it's Utah. I have no idea if Denver can continue to roll. Maybe it's the Clippers. I don't know what's going to happen out West. So whoever wins it this year, I'll be fascinated to see what their roster makeup is, because we've been in this sort of 10 to 12-year stretch of big three, got to have three guys. There's a chance maybe you're not going to have that with whoever wins this title. Maybe it's going to be a different version, which I think is
last year, I don't think anyone was looking at the Lakers like they had a big three necessarily, right? It was LeBron and AD, and a little different, though, playing in the bubble. I don't know how much that played a factor into it. But I guess when I'm looking at this and then really looking at the Lakers roster, because here's the reality. You know, they go into next year with LeBron, AD, KCP, Kuzma, Harrell, and Gasol, I believe, are the only guys who are under contract for next season. All right? And by the way, when I was looking this up, I did notice Luau Deng has $5 million still on their dead cap.
Oh, yeah.
Which he hasn't been there in 3 years, but who cares about that? How that works out? the truth of the matter is, Damian Lillard's a free agent. And you'd think that like a team like L.A., Lakers, could obviously use his services, as could the Dallas Mavericks, who obviously the Clippers just eliminated. And obviously Doncic needs more help, in particular with a player like Lillard who can score at will. Like, that's kind of how the NBA is becoming, with all these knockdown shooters, more three-pointers being shot than ever before. I just think that's more of the recipe for success. So it's going to be an interesting offseason, I think, even for the Lakers, because if I'm LeBron, I'm doing all I can to maximize the rest of my career with the Lakers and trying to still recruit that next big star. Maybe you're saying, look, I need a guy that I can rely on because AD is injured too much, and I need a guy who's I can pass the torch to. And Lillard would be a guy that you'd think, in Portland, as good as he is, he still doesn't get as much credit for the type of player he is. In L.A., that'd be a completely different story.
Now I've got do we have Brady Quinn's game show music, please, on hand? We have a live studio band. They're all in kilts. They've got some bagpipes, and here we go. They're playing the fiddle, drinking a Guinness here for Brady Quinn and his game show music. I do have odds. I do have actual odds on Damian Lillard's next team, Brady Quinn. So,
I love this.
So the Blazers are the favorite right now because they do have contractual rights to Damian Lillard. So they are a minus 200.
Okay.
But I want you to tell me the next three favorites to land Damian Lillard. All right. And the Lakers, by the way, are not one of these three favorites. All right. So go ahead and let's give this a spin. Here we go.
Okay. I'm going to say the Dallas Mavericks.
Okay.
I'm going to say the Miami Heat.
Okay.
I am going to say, Chicago Bulls.
All right. Now, all very good guesses. The Miami Heat are fourth.
Okay.
The Lakers are actually sixth.
Okay.
Or sixth in these odds, and the Dallas Mavericks are eighth. All right. So here are the three favorites. All right.
Where are the Bulls on that one?
The Bulls aren't even listed. In fact, I'm looking here. The White Sox have a better chance of getting Damian Lillard than the Chicago Bulls do. Here are the three teams favored to land Damian Lillard if he leaves Portland. The New York Knicks, number 1. The Philadelphia 76ers, number 2. And the Boston Celtics, number 3. Those are the three favorites to land Damian Lillard. So, of course, now everybody thinks that the Knicks are going to make a big play to go out and get somebody because the Knicks got to the first round of the playoffs, and it's blah, 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 blah. But nonetheless, I don't believe Damian Lillard's going to end up anywhere, but it is fun conversation because he will be the big name that's going to be rumored in the offseason. That'll be the name that's out there.
He is the name for the offseason to keep an eye on.
Yeah.